Hey dolls! It is Mana31409 and today we are doing another advice type video slash story time thing. If you guys want to see my other story times, I will link the playlist on the top right hand side of the screen right here. So if you click there, it'll drop down and you can go watch the rest of my awkward and fun story times. Also, if you are new to my channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more. So today's advice video is going to be all about kissing, and I'm going to share the story with you guys of my first kiss. So I started dating at a pretty young age. I was 13 when I had my first boyfriend. To be completely and totally honest with you guys, I met my first boyfriend over the phone through a friend. And he was basically talking on the phone with my friend one day, and they were like, oh, here, talk to my friend so-and-so. So I grabbed the phone and this guy was on there and we just started talking, and I gave him my phone number. My mom knew everything about it. I told my mom everything. A few weeks went by and we were just talking on the phone all the time, day and night, all the time, except for obviously when I was at school. He didn't go to the same school as me. And finally one day he was just like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? And I was just like, okay. Like, I fell head over heels for this guy. I loved this guy. He was so sweet. He was so nice. And I fell in love with him, and he was my first love. And so I was like, okay, I'll be your girlfriend, because I didn't think it would hurt anything. It wouldn't affect my grades because he didn't go to my school and I wasn't seeing him in person. So we figured we'd make it like a little long distance relationship, even though he lived pretty much in the same city as me. Well, pretty soon 2 or 3 months went by and we were still dating over the phone and we still hadn't met in person. So finally my mom was like, okay, let's take you and him out to the movies and you guys can have your first official date. It was kind of sketchy. I was afraid I was gonna get catfished at one point because we hadn't ever seen pictures of each other either. Like, that was back in the day where I had a super old, like, black and white Nokia that didn't send picture messages. It didn't even have a camera on it. That was way back in the day with, like, cell phones pretty much first came out. So we still hadn't seen pictures of each other yet. So he had no idea what I looked like. I had no idea what he looked like. So it was kind of just like literally a blind date. So that was my very, very first date, was my mom and my boyfriend that I had over the phone for 3 months prior. We went to the movies and my mom sat right there. She didn't sit in between us though. She wasn't that strict of a mom, but she went with us and everything, and we held hands through the movie and it was nice and it was cute. And we came back to my house. My mom was with us and we were just hanging out. We made some sandwiches or something to eat or something like that. And I was like, oh mom, can I go show him my room? You know, because I wanted him to see my room. I brought him to my room and I was like, oh yeah, this is my room. This is what it looks like. It's pretty cool, I guess, whatever, you know. And we were standing in the middle of my room, this room that I'm in right now, and we were hugging, just hugging. And then pretty soon he looked down, because he was a little bit taller than me, about like yay big taller than me. And I looked up at him and he leaned in and he kissed me. I was not prepared. Like, I knew that I was probably gonna have my first kiss soon, but I didn't know when. So I was not prepared at all whatsoever. And you guys, he went in with tongue. My first kiss, and I'm just like, what do I do? What am I doing? I don't know what to do. It was so embarrassing because I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to kiss good enough. He's going to break up with me. What do I do? And in all actuality, I guess I did pretty good because he didn't complain. He didn't say like, ew, you suck. I just was not expecting it to go like that. And then later that day when we took him home and everything, I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I had my first kiss. And she's like, oh, how was it? How did you do? You know, like, my mom's always been super, super supportive. And I am so grateful and thankful for that. But it was just so cute because she's like, how was it? Was it okay? Like, all this stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess it was. The best advice I can give you guys is it will happen when it happens. Don't rush kissing someone. Don't rush getting into a relationship with someone. Don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured at all, because in all actuality, even if you're a bad kisser and that person still wants to be with you and they love you regardless, then whether or not you're a good kisser isn't really gonna matter if it's true love. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you have to rush to be in a relationship. If you're 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, don't feel like you have to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other of any kind in order to fit in high school or fit in around your friends or think that you're cool or anything like that. The main priority while you're growing up is schooling. You want to get that education. You want to be well educated so that you can have a future in your life. I feel like sometimes if you have someone who goes to the same school as you and you're focused way too much on them rather than your homework, and just that can sometimes get in the way. That's why I never dated a guy that went to the same school as me. And I feel like that really helped in a way because, like I said, it didn't interfere with studies, like in between classes or anything like that. I guess I don't really have anything else to say. Just like, don't rush into things. And if you feel uncomfortable and you don't want to kiss them, just straight up tell them that. Like, hold them back for a second and say, you know what? I'm not ready yet. I don't want to do this just yet. Because in all actuality, if that person likes you and they want to proceed their relationship with you, they're going to respect that decision. And if they don't respect that decision and they pressure you into it, that is a red flag. And you really need to take into consideration that they could be in the relationship for wrong reasons. I guess that is everything I wanted to tell you guys. Kind of embarrassing, but then again, you know, we all have our first kiss. And even if you're older and you still haven't had your first kiss yet, again, no rush. Always remember that you don't necessarily need someone else in your life to live happy and just enjoy life in general. Also, loving yourself is sometimes more powerful than even loving someone else. A lot of the times you have to have self-love for who you are before you can even give someone else your time or love also. And remember to stay happy and smile. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I will leave a poll right here. Let me know what you want me to talk about in my next story time or my next advice video. With that being said, I will talk to you all in my next video. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. Bye!